Welcome to another episode of This Is Your Automotive Life. Today we're featuring Emmy Award-winning comedy star Tiffany Haddish. Hi, welcome, and fellow stand-up.
Yes, yes.
If having true grit means toughing it out, then Tiffany Haddish definitely has the goods. Tiffany actually lived out of her car before winning a Grammy for her comedy album Black Mitzvah and an Emmy for hosting Saturday Night Live. We have 3 vehicles here, and we want to see if you can identify them. Each one of these has played or could play or will play a part in your automotive life. Tiffany Haddish, this is your automotive life.
So is this like a version of This Is Your Life? But this is your automotive life.
Boy, you catch on so quickly. That is right, yeah. How you were able to put that together. You see what I'm
Because I
saying?
used to watch TV back in the 1900s.
Right, back in the 1900s when there wasn't TV. So that's good. All right, okay. Are you ready to play?
She ready, yes.
All right, first, we're going to beep the horn. That'll give you a clue. And then start the car and see if it brings back any memories, okay? Can we beep the horn, please?
That's a Geo Metro.
You think so?
I know that horn. That's a Geo Metro
All right,
horn.
let's start it up and see. Let's just go ahead. Start the car.
It even starts up like a Geo Metro.
So you're saying Geo Metro?
It sounds like a lawnmower a little bit.
All right, let's take a look and see. Door's a little slow.
It's all good. Yep, 2-door hatchback Geo Metro.
The 2-door Geo Metro hatchback might not look glamorous, but it has everything you need to get from point A to point B, and nothing more. Don't blink or you'll miss its tiny but, terrific 1-liter 3-cylinder engine that gives even modern hybrids a run for their money with approximately 47 miles to gallon.
This car, I put, I think, over 1 million miles on it.
Over 1 million miles? Really?
I feel like
1 million
It
miles?
went back, the odometer went to 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, all zeros.
Right, okay.
And I still kept driving it. So it got me to all my comedy gigs. I drove it all the way to Vegas, Tahoe, all up and down California.
Wow, so you didn't buy it new, you bought it used, obviously.
I bought it used. I slept in it. I lived in this car.
Wow, it doesn't look like there's enough room to sleep in it.
Oh, no, you lay this seat back, and then you put blankets up on the visors here, right? And then you tuck a blanket here, roll it up, and then you just lay it down.
Okay, all right.
Now, you're going to be a little uncomfortable.
Yeah. Now, I remember Kevin Hart one time, we were talking about you. Did he help you out with this car?
Yes, I was living in this car,
Right.
and he gave me $300 and told me to get a hotel room for a week and then write out a list of goals and start tackling those goals.
Oh,
Do
that's
something
good.
every single day towards those goals.
I think that's great, and that shows what a great guy Kevin is.
Yeah, really great guy. I also became an excellent mechanic because of this car. Like the water tank had busted on it.
Yeah.
So then I had got a milk jug.
Yeah.
Right? And I had filled that up with water, and then I had attached that to the radiator.
I tell you, any mechanic will tell you the milk jug is the way to fix the Geo Metro.
It worked.
All right. Tiffany gets the first one with uncanny speed. Now we'll move on to the second one. This might be a little tougher. Let's blow the horn. Kind of generic sounding horn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's start it up. Can we start it up?
I know what car that is.
That should be a clue.
I know what car that is. First of all, I didn't hear no.
Right, right.
So it's definitely not the Corvette I used to have,
Oh,
or the Volkswagen,
right.
or you know, I used to have a Dodge Charger. That you hear that, woo,
Right,
you hear
right.
that start up, like
Right,
it make your whole
right.
body vibrate when those start up.
So we now know what it isn't.
So what I'm gonna say that it
Go ahead.
is a Tesla
A Tesla.
Model X.
All right, let's
'Cause
open
it's
the door.
quiet. It's perfect,
Quiet.
perfect for stalking.
For stalking, yes.
Yeah, stalking, private
Yeah, but see,
investigating.
you're not quiet, so you can't stalk anybody, because they would hear you coming. Who's talking?
You gotta be quiet, but man.
Wow, very good.
Yes, that's the Tesla, baby.
Yeah, baby is right. The 2018 Tesla Model X 100D can go for 295 miles without getting hungry. And you'll want to skip nap time when its 503 horsepower takes you from 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. This is a big jump from the Geo Metro.
Well, yeah, so this is a car I always wanted, like an electric car.
Right.
I love Nikola Tesla. I know
Right.
a lot about him, did a lot of research on him when I was younger. And so when Teslas came out, I was like, oh, I want that, but it was so expensive. And I was starting to make money, But I'm like, I want to make sure all my bills are paid. And I did this movie with Tyler Perry. He goes, if you could buy yourself anything, what would you buy yourself? And I said, I would buy myself a Tesla and some diamonds. And he called me one day. He's like, hey, Tiffany, come by the house. I got something for you. And he sent me a picture of this car with a big bow on it. And I was like, what? What? Like, what do you want me to do? He was like, you did a great job in the movie. You're a great person, and you deserve to have a nice car.
And this is the actual car, isn't it?
This is the actual
Wow,
car, and
that's
I've had it
pretty
for
good.
since 2018.
Well, I got to hang out more with Tyler Perry. All right, cool. We have one more. The third one I think will be hard. Very rarely do people get all three. You got two. But I don't know if you're going to get the third one.
I might.
Welcome back to This Is Your Automotive Life.
Ready to move on to a third and final car. But before we get there, like, who were some of your comedic influences growing up? Who did you like?
I liked Lenny Bruce. I
Right.
liked Moms Mabley.
Moms Mabley?
Yes.
Yeah.
I liked Richard Pryor.
Did you ever see Richard Pryor live?
I met him in person when he
Right.
was in his wheelchair. He
Right.
came to the Laugh Factory Comedy Camp, but
Oh,
I
okay.
never got to see him actually perform. But he gave me some really great advice.
What did he give? What was the advice?
He stopped me in the middle of my stand-up set, and he said, what are you doing? I said, I'm telling a joke. He goes, no, you're not. I said, yes, I am. He goes, no, you're not. I said, yes, I am. He goes, no, you're not. I said, well, what do you think I'm doing? And he said, you're getting on my nerves. That's what you're doing. You need to be having fun. When you're on stage, it doesn't matter what you're talking about. You need to be having fun. If you're having fun, the audience is having fun. I didn't understand that because I thought I was having fun.
Right.
But as I got older and started doing stand-up more, I'm like, oh, I get it. Like,
Yeah.
you need to be present. And I started taking that with me in everything that I do in life.
You know, I used to follow Richie every night at the Comedy Store. And it was the best way to learn, because a lot of people didn't want to follow him because Richie was so good. But it's the only way to find out it was something funny. I realized at the time, I didn't have an hour. I had about 20 minutes.
Right.
Because after following Richie, I would just throw out everything that didn't get a big laugh.
Right, right.
But come on, you ready to guess car number 3?
Let's go.
All right, let's see. Can we blow the horn on car number 3? Oh, it's a hard one, isn't it?
It's a cartoon car from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's
No,
the taxi.
No. Let's start it up.
I'm gonna go with Oldsmobile.
Oldsmobile is your choice?
Station wagon.
Oldsmobile
I never
station
had
wagon.
one, but my granny did.
You have a connection with this car.
I have a connection with the car.
You don't know what it is yet. All right, let's open the door and take a look.
It's a truck. A Mercedes?
Yeah.
In 1981, this Mercedes-Benz 280 CE rolled off the factory assembly line and straight into the arms of its superstar owner. With its 6-cylinder engine enough to power it up to 124 miles an hour, the Benz emblem proudly reminds everyone this luxury automobile is a true icon, just like its prior owner.
This car means a lot to you because this is Richard Pryor's car.
Shut up! This the one he got pulled over by the police in 3 times.
This is Richard's car. We tracked it down, and we thought you might want to drive it just to get some of the essence or maybe something to rub off.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
I'll tell you what, I'll take the Geo Metro and we'll talk via intercom. You got to drive Richard Pryor's car.
Okay, I'll drive it. All right.
So, Tiffany, you get any vibes off the car? You get any of Richard Pryor coming through?
I feel like I should have a cigarette or something. Or a joint. It does kind of smell like Jerry Curl juice in here, like Activator.
Did you ever hear any stories about that car?
Definitely, I heard this story about how when he first got this car, he pulled up to the Laugh Factory. Paul Mooney's like, you can't drive that car. That's a white man's car. You're not gonna be able to drive that car. The police gonna pull you over everywhere you go. You drive that car. That is a white man's car. And Richard's like, nah, man, I got the most expensive Mercedes. This is my car, and I'm gonna drive it, and you don't know what you're talking about. He's like, man, let's go for a ride right now. Richard jumps in the front seat. They driving. They get pulled over 3 times within a 2-hour period. They pull Richard Pryor out of the car, and they're like, oh my God, it's Richard Pryor. He's the god of comedy, king of comedy. Like, this is amazing. And they let everybody go. And he was like, yeah, I guess you're right, Paul, but he's still gonna keep driving his car.
So did you always want to be in show business?
I always wanted people to laugh around me. I always wanted people to be happy around me.
Right.
So I didn't know how I was gonna do that, because so many people, when I was growing up, was always so angry. My mom was always so angry, grandma so angry, but when they would laugh, you know, it was like everything was wonderful. So it's like, how can I get that out of everybody all the time? I saw Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and there's a scene in that movie where the detective asked the rabbit, why are people doing all these nice things for you? And he says, because I make them laugh, Eddie. If you make people laugh, they'll do anything for you. And I'm like, that's the ticket. That's what I'll do. I'll make people laugh, and I love to hear it anyways.
So when did you realize you had made it?
Well, I knew I was on the road to making it when I did your show. When I got to be on your show as like a panelist, I was like, okay. And then like shortly thereafter, Arsenio Hall show came back, and I got to stand up on there, and he picked me up, swept me up off my feet, and I licked his face to make sure this was real. And he tasted like Ovaltine, and I was like, I made it.
That's hilarious.
Wow, this car feels so heavy.
It feels like Richard Pryor.
Right, it got a lot of issues. But it's moving though. Boy, I feel like I'm getting high off the fumes.
You're in Richard's car, so getting high is a part of driving his car.
Well, the battery's dead or something. It's not good.
Broke down.
Yeah, man, I don't know what's going on with it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the brakes or the fuel pump, but it just shut off.
Yeah, I think it's a fuel pump. It just sounds like it's not getting gas.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, why don't you, since you have some experience, why don't you take the Geo Metro? And I'll wait here for the tow truck.
Really?
It's show business, baby. That's the way it works.
That ain't cool, man. I mean, I worked all these years not to be in the Geo Metro no more.
Well, now that's one
like-
day you're on top.
Oh, man. What's up, Betsy? I'm back.